The Belarusian authorities plan to build one of the border outpost complexes in the village of Karpovka, Loyev district. Reports the Telegram channel Belarusky-Gayun. The unit is in charge of a 30-kilometer section of the border with Ukraine along the Sozh River. Another outpost will be built in the village of Svecha in Naravlyansky district. It will be part of the Moser border guard unit.
The choice of Narolia district for the construction of the outpost is not accidental. The Narolia is the only outpost of the Moser border guard detachment in this district. The new outpost in the village of Svecha will be the ninth in the detachment structure. From a publication on the Telegram channel Belarusky-Gayun.
New border checkpoints are also being built in the Brest region.
The second line of defense in the special forces that are located near these outposts. This is a 10 to 15-kilometer line. They can move to one sector or another. Lukashenko wants to keep the people in constant fear that there will be some active sabotage operations from our side. We have been repeatedly accused of such operations.
The so-called threats from Ukraine are a favorite topic of Belarusian propaganda, and the regime actively supports this myth. In late June, the Belarusian Defense Ministry said that in recent weeks Ukraine had allegedly been bringing troops to the border, mined territories and built barriers. Minsk is not mentioning the fact that it was Belarus that became a bridgehead for the Russian army from the first days of Russia's full-scale invasion of Ukraine. Moscow turned its neighbor's territory into a military base for its troops and its industry into an appendage of its military-industrial complex.
The armed forces of Belarus have no combat experience. Participation in military peacekeeping groups cannot be considered combat experience. The main danger is the use of the country as a bridgehead for invasion. In addition, the use of the infrastructure of the armed forces of the Republic of Belarus by Russian occupants. First of all, we are talking about airfields on the territory of Belarus, which are used by the Russian Air Force. There are 3 airfields. This should not be forgotten.
At a security meeting in Brest region, which borders Ukraine, the Belarusian dictator instructed to withdraw troops from the border to the places of permanent deployment. He explained his order by the fact that the tension on Belarusian-Ukrainian border had allegedly been eliminated. The speaker of the State Border Service of Ukraine, Andriy Demchenko, described Lukashenko's statement as a continuation of the information campaign that Belarus is carrying out, playing along with Russia.
According to my information, the Belarusian army doesn't want to fight with Ukraine at all. The fighting spirit there is very low. No one will force them directly. Even if Russian troops do it, I think there will be a conflict between the Belarusian and Russian military.
At the moment, the situation near the border with Belarus remains fully controlled, the State Border Service of Ukraine has said.
No activity of sabotage groups has been recorded there. No sharing has been detected either, which means that we can actively build up our defense capabilities by strengthening the border line and the border area in terms of engineering. I can remind you that Russia doesn't have enough personnel or means on the territory of Belarus to carry out an invasion of Ukraine. Andriy Demchenko, Speaker of the State Border Guard Service of Ukraine, on the air of Ukraine National Teleson.
Vladimir Kupyanchuk, deputy chief of the General Staff of the Belarusian Armed Forces, called the joint Belarusian-Chinese maneuvers called Attacking Falcon 2024 a response to the allegedly aggressive policy of the West and Ukraine. The exercises started on the eve of the NATO summit, 5 kilometers from the border with Poland. The main Directorate of Intelligence of the Ministry of Defense of Ukraine reported that they are closely monitoring the Belarusian-Chinese maneuvers. No additional threats and provocations have been recorded so far. Reported by Anastasia Tarnavska, Victoria Smirnova, UATV News.